Hey guys, first off, welcome to my channel, Switch&Trickz. In this tutorial, you're going to need a hackable switch. You'll need a USB-C cable to connect your switch to your PC. And a micro SD card, preferably something like a 128GB or bigger. So first off, I just want to show you that I started recording this tutorial on March the 4th. So everything you see here is pretty recent, from the files to the website itself. I'm going to go through what I do from start to finish, and the first thing that I usually do is search for the Switch hacking guide on Reddit. You're going to want to choose the first link. Now I'll have all these links, pages, and fully written instructions written below as well, in case you find that useful. Now we're going to assume you reviewed this portion of the guide and you have confirmed that your switch is not patched. But feel free to read through this information if there's anything that you do not understand about the process, or for understanding certain terms and other useful things that you do not know right now but you'd like to go over. We'll also assume that you're able to get in the RCM mode using one of the various methods, like the paperclip method, the tinfoil method, soldering, or even the legit RCM jig. If you're still at this stage, this video is not for you just yet, so make sure you've confirmed you can get into the RCM mode before proceeding. I'll be making a video on how to do the foil method. It worked for me numerous times already, so keep an eye out for that in case it pertains to you. The first thing I do is download everything I need to send a payload. Now, do you care what a payload is or means? Probably not, so I'll just get straight to it instead of getting into what each file does. But before I download anything, I prefer to make folders. So these folders are created in my download folder, mainly so I'm not switching back and forth between other folders. You'll see what I mean in a second. The first folder you should make is this one. I named it Payload. Save each file into this folder, and once done, we'll revisit it around the last steps. You should probably bookmark this page for later because we'll most likely need it again. So now let's head over to SD preparation. It is up to you for how you would like to sort these, but for the purpose of this video, I created a folder for each file in the list in front of you. As you can see, I aligned the numbers of my folders to the steps in the guide. Again, this just makes it easier for me, but if it helps you too, I'd love to hear it in the comments below. This feedback is always welcome and will only help me make more helpful videos in the future. Notice how I did not create a number one folder. Well, that's because step 1 in the guide is inserting your SD card into your PC. Alright, so now we simply follow the steps. I'll do this slowly, but feel free to pause at any time. Try not to mess this part up, because retracing your steps and trying to determine what you missed is such a pain. So now, after you've gotten everything extracted, moved, copied over to the correct folders, we're going to go to the next step, making the AMUMMC, getting keys and making essential backups. So as you can see here, it states that this text file will prevent your Nintendo Switch from connecting online. Now this is important so you don't get banned from playing online. So we'll be moving on shortly to launching your Switch into the RCM loader. So once again, this video assumes you're able to get into RCM mode. Follow the instructions that we saved earlier or we bookmarked earlier. Feel free to pause if you need to. Let's revisit that folder that I told you to create at the beginning of the video called Payload. You're going to want to extract, open, install Tegra, and follow the instructions. So it's super simple. Insert the SD card into your Switch. Attach the USB from your PC to your Switch. Hit the power button once, and that little screen that you see that says no RCM with a red background should turn green. Now you're going to want to insert the correct payload, similar to what I'm doing here. Now this payload is the Hikati payload. Although the instructions say to use Tegra payload initially, I found that I'm able to skip this step and go straight with this file here. From here, your screen should look like this. So you can go through these settings, see what you want on and off, do a bit of research on the settings if you need to. The one thing I could highly recommend is turning on Auto RCM. This allows you to power on your Switch without the use of an RCM jig in the future. Now the final step is super simple. Just simply launch Atmosphere, similar to what I'm doing here. And that's it. I hope everything worked out for you. If you're having any difficulty, please comment below and we'll see if there's anything I could help you with. Now don't forget to do all that other stuff like subscribe, share, whatever. Thanks guys.